Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Emma Stein with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. Michigan is home to the nation's largest juvenile-lifer population. One of those lifers was James Thomas. The 15-year-old was charged with first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole. Now, decades later, he's been released. He even runs his own nonprofit. And he's not the only one. Almost 300 people like him have been released or had their sentences lessened. This is because of two Supreme Court rulings over the last decade that deemed life without parole for minors is unconstitutional in some instances, and that old cases may be revisited. Now, a package of bills will likely be heard this fall in Michigan that, if passed, would ban life without parole for all juveniles.
I'm Lindsay Green, dining and restaurant critic at the Detroit Free Press. A great lunch spot can be hard to find these days. According to a May Industry Operations survey by the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association, 65% of the 146 surveyed hotel and restaurant operators said their establishment is closed for business during specific blocks of time as a direct result of inadequate staffing. What does that mean exactly? Well, the restaurant you might have counted on for a great burger or a fresh salad any day of the week might only be open Thursday through Sunday these days. There are, however, some restaurants putting in a lot of effort to remain open during lunch service on weekdays. Whether you're in search of a conservative destination for a business lunch, a casual spot for a midday pick-me-up, or a sophisticated place for an afternoon date, I've rounded up 10 of the top lunch spots across Metro Detroit.
A gunman wreaked havoc on Detroit early Sunday morning. Police Chief James White said the shooter was ultimately brought into custody with the help of technology and the community. The gunman shot 4 people over the span of around 3 hours. He killed 3 and injured another. After a 13-hour multi-agency manhunt, the suspect, a 19-year-old male, was apprehended. White said that someone close to the suspect turned him in, and ballistic analysis and video surveillance from local businesses aided in the arrest. The shootings appear random, and the police are still working to determine a motive.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. It is officially the start of Week 1 for Michigan and Michigan State, along with the rest of college football. Both coaches, Jim Harbaugh of Michigan and Mel Tucker of Michigan State, took to the podium on Monday. Tucker declined to name a starting running back, so you may see Jalen Berger and or Jarek Broussard in Friday's game against Western Michigan. Tucker kept his running back a mystery last season, seemed to work out pretty well, as Kenneth Walker III had his breakout game against Northwestern. For Michigan, we know that both quarterbacks, Cade McNamara and J.J. McCarthy, will be seeing time under center in the first 2 games this season. While we don't know much beyond that, we do know that Harbaugh's approach, or at least the science behind that 2-quarterback system, is, in his words, because both players are playing their best football since they've been in Ann Arbor. I guess we'll find out Saturday afternoon in the Big House.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. I'll see you tomorrow.